learning how to blog through a friend I went to secondary school with. I came across LinkedIn, and at that time, I asked myself or asked the colleague that what is this app? But with little guidance and teaching, I got to know what LinkedIn is, and I found out that LinkedIn is a way different from the social media apps we have like Facebook, Instagram, and the rest. It is also a social media app on its own, but as people now call it, a professional site or place where you look for job, you post job, and a whole lot of things. Today, we're discussing about LinkedIn with a guru of LinkedIn, as I may call him. Let's motivate ourselves with this quote. We'll come back with more. You're warmly welcome back to the Changemakers Voice Show with me and your Pondinchi. This is a mission we are embarking on, going to communities, going to places where people are doing something inspiring. People have a story to tell and even teach us basic things that we need to know and make our lives better. On today's episode, we are discussing about LinkedIn as an app, what it means in the lives of people, how you can make use of it, and how you can use it to benefit and leverage upon to make your life better. Let's find out who our guest is, what he does, and we'll come back with more. Don't go anywhere.
This is Samuel Boateng, an experienced content creator, an influencer, and a social media marketer who has over 5 years' experience in his field of operation. He specializes in artificial intelligence, training individuals and organizations to use AI tools for better social media strategies, and also building the brand market. Samuel is skilled in creating and executing innovative campaigns, focusing on precision targeting, increased brand visibility, and generating significant leads and sales. Additionally, Samuel is a LinkedIn optimization expert who imparts people through the content he shares on his page. He is very vibrant, ambitious, and grabs every opportunity that comes his way to demonstrate his craft.
You're warmly welcome back to the Changemakers Voice Show with me and your Chi here on your Online TV, where we go to communities, you go to where people are doing something inspiring and motivate them and also empower our world together. And I'm sure now you know who our guest is. This is Samuel, and he loves to be called a billionaire because he's a billionaire. Sammy, you're welcome. One,
Thank you.
2, 3. Empower
Empower
your
your
world. So,
world.
Sammy, finally, we get to sit down and converse and learn about the tricks and tips about LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So, before we zoom into the interview, could you tell us a bit about who Sammy is, based on what my audience
Okay.
know a bit?
Okay. Thank you for inviting me, and I'm super excited to be on your channel. I've been following you from afar, and at least I have the opportunity to be part now. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So a bit about Samuel Batinose. My name is Samuel Batinose. You can call me billionaire anyway. I'm actually a field officer with an Australian company called AgUnity. But my side business is a social media. I'm the CEO of SwiftBoat Consultancy Services. We offer social media services, digital marketing, SEO, and website design for a lot of organizations. So basically, that's what I do.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see. So, Tammy, going straight into the interview, what do you make of our various social media platforms that we have cut across? The ones that we even don't know, that are not famous as the ones that we know. What do you make of them?
So there are so many social media platforms. According to some statistics I read about, I've forgotten anyway. There are like 10,000 of them. But the ones that we usually know is the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, etc. Yeah, and the amazing thing is that every platform has its own rules. So it is up to you to utilize it well by getting to know the rules and getting to know which of them will actually help you. Yeah, as simple as that.
Okay, okay. And you made mention of each one has its own rules.
Yeah, exactly.
As a novice or as an amateur person, as I may call it in this conversation, how can one know the rules of a particular social media, especially when the person is just chance on it?
I believe before you start everything, you need to learn and get to know. So this you can do by contacting experts, or you can personally read about the platform before you join. Because trust me, the algorithm on Instagram and TikTok, which is for short form videos, is different from LinkedIn. If you think you are a pro on Instagram and you bring the same mindset on LinkedIn, you're going to fail. Trust
Okay.
me. Yes. So you need to take your time to study the algorithm, to study how the platform works before you can jump onto it. And how to study is by reading by yourself, contacting experts, or there are so many training around, maybe training on Instagram, TikTok, and you can just join on one of them and get to know the experience before you can just try the.
At what time did you gain interest in LinkedIn? And I'm sure Facebook has been there
Yeah,
for a while.
yeah,
We all use Facebook
yeah.
and all that. When LinkedIn came, what time did you jump on it, and what time
Yeah.
actually did you gain interest? Say, I am cut for this. I think I can do this and help other people and also make a living for myself.
Oh, for the interest, you're making me smile. Okay, so I remember I joined LinkedIn as far as 2019,
Okay.
but I didn't know the relevance. All right, so 2 years ago, 2020, no, 2022 actually, and I was told that I can get a job there, a remote job. So when the COVID came, there was this opportunity for remote jobs, and someone told me I can just go there and I get remote jobs. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So let me just go on LinkedIn to get a job. I went on LinkedIn, and currently the company I'm working with is an Australian company,
Okay.
and I'm working remotely in Ghana as a community lead. I had it from LinkedIn.
Oh, okay.
So 2022 April, when I had my job from LinkedIn, I'm like, oh wow, then let me take this platform serious.
I see.
Yes, so I became on and off. But last year, I guess, that was when I became very, very active on the platform. So I actually took interest because of the job I had from LinkedIn.
I've also been hearing a lot of you getting jobs from
Yeah.
LinkedIn and all that, and you actually even mentioned that you got your job from there.
Yes. I can.
Prior to getting the job,
Yeah.
did you find, you said you were told that you get a job? Do you
Yes.
think it's visible? It could be visible that you could get a job prior to you getting the job, because fine, I've also heard, but I personally haven't witnessed. And
Yeah.
fine, other people have testified and they write a lot on that app.
Yeah.
But prior to you getting that the job, did you even think that, oh, it's visible, or it's just this normal social media app that is there and all that? What was the perception and how were you seeing that app?
Yes. So when I was told, I actually made my research, and then I was told that LinkedIn is your CV. I don't know if you've
Oh,
heard
okay.
if you've heard something like that before.
LinkedIn is your
So
CV.
yes, that's what I was told. LinkedIn is your CV. So the things I had in my CV, I was told to bring them on LinkedIn. So I tried to optimize my page by bringing my experiences on LinkedIn. And I applied for about 5 or 6 jobs. I was interviewed, I think, at 2 or 3 of them, and I got my current job. So it's based on the knowledge I had, and then me optimizing my page that made me visible to employers. Yeah.
Okay. And you made mention of your LinkedIn is your CV.
Yeah.
Could you throw more light on it? Is it that when you come and paste you upload your CV on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
How do you do it, or how do you optimize your page or even your profile? Could you explain further about
Okay,
you saying
so
LinkedIn is your CV?
basically optimization is about, there are several ways that we look at it. You need to have a very nice profile picture. It shouldn't be a selfie, no. It should be a professional headshot. And
Okay.
then your cover photo should tell us what exactly you want, what you stand for. And after that, we have something called the headline. The headline gives information about yourself in a brief manner. When someone comes to your profile, the person should be able to know what you do, your expertise, and what you can actually offer.
Okay.
Aside that, beyond that, we have the experiences level. So now, employ when you apply for a job, they tell you to add your LinkedIn URL, because they want to check on LinkedIn how professional you are, how active you are, and the things that you are doing on LinkedIn too. So your CV should match with what it's on LinkedIn. For example, I've worked with Solidaridad for 3 years. On my CV, in the experience section on LinkedIn, I should indicate I've worked with Solidaridad 3 years and write some of my duties over there.
Okay. And there is a session or a place for it.
There's a section on the place for it. Yes,
Okay.
where you can put all those information. And amazing, let me share this story with you. When my company, my current company, they were interviewing me, they opened, during the interview, they told me they have opened my LinkedIn profile. And then they were asking questions even on the profile. I was like,
Okay.
wow, LinkedIn is really a
Unknown
great
to
tool.
you at the time, were you aware, or they told you
No,
afterwards?
they told me afterwards. I
Okay.
wasn't aware. So after the interview, I got this information that when they were interviewing me, because some of the questions, it wasn't in my CV. So I wonder how they got to know it. So they had the LinkedIn profile opened, and then they were asking questions based on that.
I see.
Yes. So when I say your LinkedIn is your CV, some employers are doing that. It has come to stay. Now, if you apply for jobs, they tell you indicate your URL, LinkedIn URL. So we need to be very careful about that. Yeah.
Okay. You made mention there is a slot and everything for it. Could you throw light on your profile? You made mention you have touched on your
Yeah.
profile picture. Is that a
Yeah.
headshot
Yeah.
and your banner? Is that
Yeah.
the right name
Yeah.
for it?
Cover
Good.
photo.
Cover
Yeah.
photo. Good. Now the profile.
The headline.
No, well, the place you write a bit about yourself. Maybe
Yeah.
you're a journalist,
Yeah. That's the headline.
exactly the
That's the
headline.
headline.
Could you throw more light on it and some of the things? Was someone does a lot of things. Should
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
or she put all the things there, or there should be some specific things that he should
Okay.
indicate there?
So I offer LinkedIn optimization services for my clients. So the first question I ask people is, how do you want to be known for on LinkedIn? So someone comes to me, I'm a musician, I'm a journalist, I'm a cartoonist, I am a web designer, and I'm like, relax. How do you want to be known for on LinkedIn? And the person will be like, oh, okay. Let me share my personal story. I'm a chemical engineer. I study chemical engineering at KNST. But when you go on LinkedIn, you won't find chemical engineering there
Okay.
because I don't want to be known as a chemical engineer on LinkedIn. When you go on my LinkedIn profile, you see social media navigator, LinkedIn optimization expert. Do you understand? So the fact that you have five expertise doesn't mean that you put everything there. But even if you want to put everything there, we have a way that we craft it. So that's what I do for people freely. I mean, people come to my DM and I help them with that. You're going to look at your expertise and I'm going to merge them and then we are going to put on the headline. So the headline should be the first thing that your clients, your employers, or anyone comes to see before they can even DM you or reach out to you. You understand?
I
Yeah.
see. Which means the headline is very important.
Super important.
Super important.
Super
So
important.
let's go back to your current job.
Yeah.
What you're doing. You are working remotely, I
Yeah.
must believe. Are you, is that the only thing you're doing? Or you are working and then you'll have a side job? You made mention of the LinkedIn
Yeah.
thing that you
Yeah.
do, but is there a work that you go to back and forth and aside you do this LinkedIn offer that gave you?
Yes. So the good news is I work remote. So aside that, I don't go to like as in Monday to Friday 8 to 10, 8 to 9. I don't do that. So my free time or my spare time is when I work as a social media person for companies and stuff. Yeah. So that's the SwiftBot consultancy.
What I'm trying to put across is that
Yeah.
the work you do at what you got from
Yeah.
LinkedIn
Yeah.
is remotely
Yeah.
good. But do you have a work that you're doing? I know your the Swift something you
Good.
made mention good. It's
Yeah.
your personal
Personal
something
stuff.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
That one is aside.
Okay.
But do you have a work that you do, or you feel these two are okay? Is there work that you go Monday
Oh,
to Friday and you still do the
okay.
remote work and you still do your Swift
Oh, okay.
exactly?
So I have so many works that I do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
I
how do you also manage them?
so it's about time management basically. My work is more of a part-time role. I work 20 hours a week. So I have so much time to myself. So aside that, I also work as a trainer. I train social media management with some few companies. And then there are other things that I also do. So I manage my time to fit in all of the roles that I play. Yeah.
Okay. So if someone is a full-time banker, if
Yeah.
I may call it that, and want to also still get job from LinkedIn, is it possible? And how can the person embark on that?
It's very, very possible. So the question is, does the person want a part-time role, a remote
Okay.
work, to attach to the banking, right? There are so many opportunities on LinkedIn, as I said. You can show the preference that you want. So myself, I've set remote social media manager as a preference. So every day I get jobs across Africa and in fact even global, because I applied for one US company. They sent to me on my LinkedIn and I applied, even though I didn't get it. I mean, there are offers that come here and there because of their
Okay.
preference that I've set.
Which you could have managed on top of what you're doing already if they had accepted or given you the
I
offer.
manage 8 companies now, two
Wow.
Australian companies, one US company. Capacity now, I'm their social media manager, and then 5 Ghana companies now.
When you say social media manager, is it only on LinkedIn or
No, across. So depends on the preference of the client. For example, capacity now, I manage Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So
okay.
some companies will also be like they don't want Twitter because Supreme Atlas, I manage Instagram and Facebook. They don't have LinkedIn account. So depending on the company's preference and what they do, that is how I also manage.
And the manage here means that you post things that they want you to post, things that they want to see on their feed or their social media pages. That's what you do.
Exactly. So I post 3 times in a week.
Okay.
Yeah. So it cuts across whether a video, flyer, or anything that the company. Before then, I get to know what the company is doing and their core values and everything. And through that, I craft content. And I'm also an AI guy. Yeah. So I capitalize on AI tools to also, do some of these things too.
Before I delve further into the AI, how do you manage these 8 companies that you manage their social media pages? Doesn't it don't you get confused in the sense that
Yeah.
maybe you have posted something you're not supposed to post because you were concentrating on the other and all
Yes.
that,
Yes. So
not to get strike and all that?
that made me create my team. All right.
Okay.
I started by working alone, but I got to a point. At a point, I had to reject some of the gigs because
Wow.
it was very stressful. Currently, I've even gone off. A break on LinkedIn because the workload was very much. Yeah, but with my team, I have about 10 people in the team now, and then we're able to share the roles, and everyone is working perfectly. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So meaning example could be that someone can take a company and be
exactly. So you pick a
boosting
company and then you manage it.
and manage
Yes,
it.
but we are all within the team. Yeah.
Sure, sure. And the AI, how do you capitalize on AI?
Nice question. AI. I love to talk about AI. I think last 2 weeks I went for an event and then they called me the AI guy. So
I see
we
the
called
AI
him
guy.
we
Then
called him
that's
the
your new name now.
yeah.
Billionaire AI guy.
So they've combined they've combined the two billionaire AI guy. You see, AI is not here to take our jobs. All right, we need to leverage on the technology. We have to use AI, not AI using us. There are several AI tools. People just jump onto ChatGPT, Gemini, they do cut and paste. And algorithm on the social media platforms, they're able to detect AI generated content and it's going to affect you. So instead of just cutting and pasting, why don't you use your brain to write your content? AI can help you refine it in a way that
Okay.
still has the human touch. Seriously, AI lacks emotional intelligence. So when you post AI generated content, you read it, you see that this is like a robot writing. But we humans are creative. We have the emotional intelligence. If you add that component to AI, trust me, you're going to go far. So that's what I do. I combine AI tools with my emotional intelligence, my creativity, and then I leverage on it to create better content.
And when you talk of tools here too, you're talking of the Gemini. Is it the various AI platforms that we have? Well, I'm not the
Yeah,
tools.
yeah,
The various AI that we have.
yes,
Good.
yes,
And then you made mention of writing it yourself. So let's take that you are working on a particular company's um, post for a day.
yeah,
What you first do is that you write something
yeah.
and then you give it to AI to upgrade it, or how do you do it?
Okay, that's a nice question. So, for example, let me say you have a company, Andy's Enterprise. So you contact me as a social media person. You tell me what you do, your core values, core activities, key activities, and everything. And then I can give it to AI. AI, my company is Andy's Enterprise. I want a 1 month content planner, all right, on LinkedIn. So AI can give you Monday, you can talk about the company. Wednesday, you can talk about maybe promotional something. All right. So you pick those ideas and then you use the human knowledge and all the, emotional intelligence and everything to write your content and give it back to AI. AI refine this content for me in the context of Andy's enterprise. So AI can refine it. And even after AI has refined it, you have to also go through again
Exactly.
and still take some key things out because some of the words you can read a post and you feel like this is coming from AI because some of the words are just you can see this is coming from AI. So you can just take those words out and then put your human words in. And that's all. Nobody will see that you're even using AI.
Sure.
Yeah,
Now, you didn't finish the question on the bank manager who wants to get a job from LinkedIn. So
that's
he
yeah.
first has to find or know whether he wants to work full time, and which he can't work full time because he's in full time
A
as a
full-time
banker.
role, yes.
So he obviously has to do a part time.
Part-time too.
Good. So how does he go about it to get a job on LinkedIn?
Yeah, so as I said, is you go to your settings and you
Mm-hmm.
go to your, I'll share the video with you. You go
Sure.
to your preference and then you indicate, so they'll ask you either remote or, full time, part time. Myself, I chose remote part time. All right. And social, they'll give you the role. So whether project manager, data entry, there are a lot of data entry opportunities on LinkedIn that you can even work on weekends. Sometimes they give you like 5 hours in a week, 10 hours in a week just for
I
data
see.
entry, and then they pay you
Data
good
entry
money.
meaning
It depends on the company. So
okay.
some companies will be like just enter data. Maybe a health company, they just want data on the particular stuff, and that's all. So as I said, it's when you choose a preference, every single week you're going to get new jobs popping up. And the good news is that now it's very easy to apply on LinkedIn. They just tell you to share your LinkedIn profile, and that's the application, and you're done. So it's very simple. Once you do that, you get offers. Apply to all of them. Trust me, you can get one or two of them.
I see. Congratulations to you gaining 13K
Yeah.
on LinkedIn. You
Thank
deserve
you,
it, Charlie, and
thank
more
you,
to come.
thank you,
So
thank
yeah,
you, thank you, thank
yeah,
you.
and more to come.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Could you share with me and then my audience how you gain this feat? Fine, you have made
Yeah,
mention of bits
yeah,
and other stuff, but
feet, yeah,
could
yeah.
you tell us a bit more how you got to this feat and some of
Okay,
the things,
so
tricks that you also there?
I think I need to congratulate myself because
Yeah,
13K is not easy
yeah,
on
I
LinkedIn.
tell you.
Yes.
Because you're telling me off
Hmm.
camera how you started
Yeah,
with a mindset of not knowing
yeah,
much about
exactly,
it, but
exactly,
with
exactly,
resilience
exactly.
and all that. So if you could share with us.
So, as of last year, I guess 2023, I had 3,000 followers.
Okay.
As I shared earlier on, I joined a platform like 2019, and I wasn't consistent, but I had some following. Yeah. So as of I guess it was 3,000. I studied the algorithm. All right, and these are the three things I always say whenever I get a platform. One, you have to be genuinely interested in people on LinkedIn. All right. Two, you have to be very consistent. Consistency also play a key. Three, your content, it should, it should be relevant. Let me put it that way. All right. So once you combine these three things, you are on a good path. So after that, I think from August, I started posting, and I had a community, people like around me, yeah. And then I was just getting 1K every month.
Mm.
People come to my DM, I like your content, I like your content. I'm like, oh wow,
And
people are liking it. So,
what was your content about?
usually I post about social media, I post about climate change, I post about project management. So these are the three key areas. When you go to my profile, you're going to see social media, how to increase followers, how to optimize a page, and also you see I'm a climate change advocate.
I
I
see.
talk about climate change, green environment, growing trees, and all this stuff, and also touch on a bit on project management. So these are the key areas that I talk about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you would say adversely that these little things and other stuffs that you have done push you to gain
exactly. So these things have actually helped me get to.
Yeah. You being a climate advocate, w- as a Ghanaian that you have lived here all your life, as I must believe, what
Yeah,
is your take on climate action that as a country we have taken? What is your take?
as Ghana.
As a country we have taken?
Oh, I think we are doing well, but I mean, there's still room for improvement. I remember last year we engaged in some tree planting activity. Last year I went to Shy Hills with I think GIZ, partnering with the government of Ghana. We went to plant about 1,005 trees, and I think every year there's this tree planting exercises that goes on.
Okay.
I think that one is also good. It's a good side, but I mean, there's more to be done basically. But it's fine for now. Yeah.
Fine. You have told us how LinkedIn is and how professional it is from other social media. But could you briefly also tell us how um, LinkedIn is different from the social media apps that we know,
Okay.
especially putting focus on Instagram and then Facebook? We know LinkedIn to be a professional
Professional.
platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but could you throw more light on it in the sense of differentiating it from the other social media, putting focus on Instagram and Facebook?
Facebook. Okay. LinkedIn is just any other app like social Facebook and Instagram. But the difference between Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn is about professionalism. So LinkedIn algorithm picks on professional information and content. For example, Instagram is more of short video, more of reels and stuff. But LinkedIn focuses more on content, written content, and of course, you can even post video over there. But it's the focus and then a target niche is professionals. So
Okay.
that's the difference between LinkedIn and then other social media platforms like the Facebook and then the Instagram. Now, when I go on Facebook, I just see, I mean, everyone is just on Facebook. It has become
Yeah.
a general platform for everyone. But when you move to LinkedIn, you realize that not everyone is on LinkedIn. All right.
Okay.
So that is the difference between LinkedIn and then Facebook
Okay. I'm not really against LinkedIn being a professional platform
platform.
and all that,
Yeah.
but um, do you think in a way the way Facebook and this Instagram is that you can post whatever it says that you're even telling me you need to have a close shot
Yeah.
picture as a profile? Do you think in a way LinkedIn is kind of restricting us to kind of behave in a certain way? Quote unquote, there are some people that
Yeah.
are not really professional in a way, put on tie and all
Yeah.
that. Do you think LinkedIn is trying to force us in that light, or force other people who are not, who want to be on that platform,
Yeah.
by forcing them to be in that light? Do you think in a way?
I don't think so. So let me share something with you. Do you know why when someone gets to 10,000 on LinkedIn, the person is celebrated more than someone getting 10,000 on Instagram? So on Instagram, we have something we call follow for follow. One day I can even follow 10,000 people today. Then tomorrow, about half of them will follow me back, 5,000. The next day, I just unfollow the 5,000 and I just go and follow another 5,000. And then they also follow me back and I hit 10,000. On LinkedIn, you can't follow more than 100 accounts in a week. And the more people you follow, they're going to delete your account. They'll consider it as a spam. So
Okay.
growing on LinkedIn is like more like dedication and hard work. That is why when someone even gets 2,000 on LinkedIn, the person will post, I have 2,000, not because the person just has 2,000, but the hard work and then the commitment the person added to it is marvelous. TikTok, just yesterday or so, someone sent me a message. She has followed 10,000. The limit on TikTok is 10,000 followers. She used a day to follow 10,000 people. You can't do that on LinkedIn. Do you
Okay.
understand? Yes. So that differentiates the platform from others. And also, being professional doesn't mean that you are always in tie. No. Just be yourself. Myself, I I don't act on LinkedIn. I'm just myself. I can post a picture with tie. I can post a picture with a t-shirt. Sometimes I went for a trip and I posted on LinkedIn. All right. So basically, it's not about the picture itself, but the content attached to the picture. So you can
Okay.
even share a relevant information, and you have a picture in maybe you are chilling somewhere, but the content is telling us about maybe life or something that is in general that people can learn from.
I've not really seen a post without a picture, but can
Yeah.
you post without a picture?
LinkedIn algorithm will never, you can post without a picture, but it won't go viral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Automatically, you need to attach a picture. Yeah.
Sure.
But you can't post without a picture.
Okay. Then how can we use LinkedIn to improve lives and then make profit out of it based on what you have said so far?
There are so many ways to, so when you talk about improve lives, you can talk about awareness creation. So some people dedicate their account to talk about, I have a friend who talks about, is it depression?
Okay.
Yeah, so her mission is to spread information about depression and it's causing people to commit suicide, basically. So she has dedicated her account to that, and she's actually impacting lives because the feedback she's getting in her DM is great. On the business side too, you can showcase your expertise, like myself. I'm a social media person, and people come to me to, in my DMs, I should give them my rate card. I have gotten a lot of contracts on LinkedIn. So once you know your expertise, you can just highlight on it, and people come to you. Yeah,
Okay. So basically, just have to get a niche, if I'm understanding you better,
basically,
and
yes,
then be able to work towards it.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. And then, as an influencer, LinkedIn influencer, what what was your aspiration? What are you expecting or hoping to gain with this feat that you've got into and more to
Okay.
come?
So what I'm doing now is I want to train people in my team. All right. I wouldn't say I want to train people to be like me because I'm unique. Everyone is unique. So I'm training people who can be within my team and then together we grow together. So I have a WhatsApp platform, which is of course free of charge. People who are interested and they want to actually improve their lives on LinkedIn, I give them free support. Their commitment is to show that they are serious and then they are ready to, change their lives on LinkedIn. That's fine. So that's what I'm doing as of now to just help people on the platform. And then also with my top voice, I talk more about the climate change. I talk more about things that will help the nation and then the global aspects altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, the top voice, is this still also a link on LinkedIn, or is a program or a project you are embarking on?
Okay, LinkedIn has a top voice option. So before you get to the top voice, you need to contribute to an article within a particular niche. For example, we have articles on social media management. We have articles on analytical skills and everything. My top voice is analytical skills. So I have engaged on articles within the analytical skills and I'm gotten a top voice. I'm currently doing that for social media management. So you need to contribute your voice to the articles for people to review and give comment and like it, and then that's how they give their top voice.
Oh, okay, so when there's an article within
Your particular niche
your
that you
percentage,
operate. Yes.
you read it, what do you call it, react to it, give
And
comments,
comment on the
not
article.
once, I must
Yes.
believe.
No, minimum of 3 times.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then when that happens, you become a top voice within
Yes.
that niche,
Within that niche.
and then you get to also start writing yours or what?
No, so once you're a top voice, it enhances your visibility. So you go to the profile. That's why I wish I had a video so that I could have shown. When you go to your profile, you see maybe some of us now say top voice in social media management. So when the clients or people who want to see you, they check your profile, they know that okay, you are very proactive in social media niche, and even LinkedIn has even recognized that. All right, so they are going to trust you more. It enhances your credibility. Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Yeah.
So that one is not a headliner, if I'm right, that you write there
LinkedIn will
as well.
confer it on you,
Uh-huh.
so
So you
that
have,
makes it very credible. Yes, so LinkedIn
okay.
is going to confer on you that you are a top voice in social media management. Yeah.
Okay. You speak on training people and all that. How can one who is interested or who wants to benefit
Okay.
from what you're also doing
So
get to register?
yes, so you check my LinkedIn account. So some of us will say I offer free trainings. I mostly do it every month, but now I'm on a break. Actually,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I'm on a short break now. I'm looking at other stuff. But once I resume, I post it every month on my wall. Free trainings on LinkedIn optimization, content writing, prompt engineering with AI. Yeah, I do teach that.
Okay. Then your final words. What message will you send out to any
Okay.
everyone? I'm sure everybody's on social media, but
Yeah,
also
definitely.
putting focus to
LinkedIn.
influencers
Okay.
who want to do what you're doing or even more, but do
Okay.
not have the needed skill or passion or maybe know-how.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can enlighten
Okay.
us on it.
So my final words, in fact, let me touch on this first. Let's utilize LinkedIn app. Trust me, it can change your lives, especially in our context that unemployment is very high. There are so many opportunities on LinkedIn that you can leverage on. There are part-time roles, full-time work, remote works that I'm talking from experience because personally I'm working with a company that I had from LinkedIn, and I know not less than 10 people who have also gotten jobs from LinkedIn. So trust me, let's utilize the platform. And also for people who want to be like me or people who want to become influencers, you need to learn. All right. I think I mentioned three things that you need to do. You need to be committed and interested in people. All right. So genuinely comment on people's posts, not just writing interesting. I like it. Read and comment. Go to people's DM. Send personalized messages. Go for events. When you go for events, you meet people. You connect with them on LinkedIn, and through that, you're going to also build a network. So once you build your community, then that means you're on your way of becoming successful on the app. And also, one thing you mentioned, those who don't have experience, you need to learn hard. As I said, I have free trainings, not only myself, there are free trainings all around. So you commit yourself to learning, and then once you're able to get that knowledge. And another thing, you can just reach out to me anytime, and I'm ever willing to help you to succeed on the platform. Thank you.
And then reaching out to you meaning they can come to your inbox on
DM, yes,
LinkedIn.
yes, my DM is open. And oh, I forgot to even say this thing. My mentor is Edward Asari. Actually, I learned a lot from him. So his style of posting, his messaging, everything was really, it actually had an impact on me. And then I was very privileged to have met him at an event. And I told him that I've been looking up to him from afar. I have his number now. He sent me encouragement, and he actually even helped me with some few stuff here and there. So you need to get a mentor in this space too, and it's going to help you. All right.
I
Thank you.
see. Then Billionaire, the LinkedIn guru. I now understand your name since your mentor is Edward
Edward.
Asari.
Oh yes,
I
yes,
understand.
yes.
Actually,
Edward is my guy.
thanks for coming. You're really doing so well. So, guys, as you have heard it from the LinkedIn guru, the billionaire man, you need to learn hard and then make use and optimize the LinkedIn app. It's a
Yeah.
professional app, and it being professional doesn't mean, as he said, you should be on tie and then hold your neck. But just feel free, live your normal life,
So,
and then just be there to build your life, get jobs, get gigs, and a whole lot of things. It's time for the voice and power segment. This is a time we listen to anybody across the world or the globe to get ourselves motivated. Let's watch this short video. We'll come back with more.
Giving up is the birth of regret. The reality of life is that we will all hear more no's than we hear yeses. In the summer of 2009, I was 19 years old, working a summer position at Target between my freshman and sophomore year at undergraduate school. I was working in the women's clothing department, and I noticed a lady staring at me from across the aisle. I figured she probably had a few screws loose, so I attempted to ignore her very intense stares. She eventually manages to make her way a little bit closer and closer to me where I was working until she eventually walks up to me and says hello. I say the famous Target quote, which is, "Hi, may I help you find something?" She then asks me, "Were you born in this country?" And I was immediately offended. And I said, "Yeah, I was born in this country." And then she says, "Do you have any kids?" I said, "No, I don't have any kids." She then asked me if I was married, and then I said, "No, ma'am, I am not married." She says, "How old are you?" I said, 19. "May I help you find something?" She then says, "You are the most beautiful girl I have seen." And I said, "Oh, thank you." I didn't work that much on my makeup, but I did the best I could, but thank you. And then she says, "I think you could be the next Miss USA." And I stare at her in pure disgust and said, "Pageants? You're telling me pageants like Sandra Bullock, Miss Congeniality. Pageants? You think I should compete in pageants? I'm in the Army, okay? We don't do pageants in the Army."
You're only welcome back to the Changemakers Voice Show with me and your Pondenchi. And we are speaking with Samuel the billionaire and the LinkedIn guru. And as he said, do your best to learn hard and then make use of the LinkedIn app. We have gotten to the fun segment. This is a time you have fun with interviewees, put them on the spot, and then ask them tricky questions. So, Sammy, I don't know that you are around, you are aware, or you saw this coming. We
No.
have fun on our show, so
Okay.
we'll just put you on the spot, ask you. You can come from anywhere, and then
Okay.
if you're able to answer, you do well. If not to, then you face the punishment to give you. So you are privileged, or you are fortunate, if I must say,
Okay.
that your question is coming from a communication setting. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's more like a riddle. So when I say then,
riddles.
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
So are you ready?
Let me give it a try.
Okay. One. I spread far and wide, yet I'm intangible. Words and images are my tools, shaping minds and culture. What am I?
Can you come again?
And you have three chances. You have three chances.
Can you come again?
If you miss all the chances, then that's all. I spread far and wide, yet I'm intangible. Words and images are my tools, shaping minds and culture. What or who am I? Depending on you
Social
understand.
media.
Social media. Okay, yeah, getting there. Will you try? But you have two chances. Two words.
Media.
Media. That's it. The second one is I am everywhere, yet I am nowhere. I translate messages without speaking. What am I?
Internet.
No. Two chances.
Without speaking. Messages without speaking. I can't think far.
It's like I think for you really give up your two chances that will help you, or you want to force and say something, because you have two slots.
Okay, without speaking.
Words.
Words.
Yeah, so you have last chance. It's not correct.
I can't think of any.
Okay, you can't think that. So we'll help you. The answer is radio waves. Radio waves. The third one, I am created by many, consumed by millions. Words and images flow through me, shaping opinions and beliefs. What am I?
Television.
Last chance.
Social media.
Social media.
Oh.
So the fourth one is I am a storyteller without a voice, yet my influence is profound. I shape perception, entertain minds, and connect the world. What am I?
Billboard.
No. What's
Television.
wrong? Television.
Wow.
So the last one is I am born from imagination, crafted with words and images. I entertain, inform, and provoke thoughts. What am I?
Twitter.
No.
Social media platform.
No. So you have last chance. So I am born from imagination.
Internet.
No. Content.
Oh yeah.
Content. You are thinking far, You are thinking far, Charlie.
Yeah,
All
I'm
the
thinking-
same.
I'm thinking
Well
far,
done.
yeah.
Well done. So guys, this is the Changemakers fun segment. We'll come back with more. Warmly welcome back to the Changemakers World Show with me on your pondage. This is a time we have, we speak with inspiring people across the globe and get ourselves motivated and empower our world. Today, we spoke to Sami, a LinkedIn guru and a billionaire, about LinkedIn tips and tricks that you need to follow. As he said, you can jump into his DM for some tips and other stuffs and all that. And he does free training on LinkedIn. You can make use of it, and there are paid versions as well, which I must recommend, that you can also not only have a perception of just joining, but you can also succeed by trying to leverage up whatever skill you want to build up and to be the LinkedIn guru you have always wanted to be, and then influencer as well. It's unfortunate this where time will allow us to have an intense conversation with Sami on LinkedIn. Let's meet some other time right here on this channel with a different topic. So then, see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
Sami.
All right.